This is so insane. I don't know where to start. Yes, I did go dark purple, and I thought to get it braided, which I think is really, really cute. So I thought I might jump on here instead of using my phone camera, because I do tend to ramble on a little too much on that. So I really wanted to use that time limit. What I want to talk about is I just feel like I don't know how to explain this, because I feel like sometimes it might be an insecurity, but it can be anxiety, whatever you prefer to call it. I'm starting to feel a bit insecure when it comes to other women, and other women who sometimes I feel like they've got better bodies than me, and it makes me feel really anxious and insecure. It doesn't matter how many times anyone tells me I'm beautiful and sexy and shit. It just feels like it's going unheard, if you know what I mean. And it has brought me to tears. And I just feel like sometimes I get ignored, and I feel like it feels like I'm talking and nobody's there, like listening and shit. It's like the light's on and no one's home. I used to hear that saying all the time because with my ex-boyfriend and his now deceased father. He used to say that to me all the time, and that was like really, really mean and quite nasty. And he used to use force and violence and manipulation to get what he wanted. And it didn't really sit well with me. So I just went mute. I just felt like this is my fate, this is my life, this is what I have to live with. And I went through that for 8 years. Some people go through it longer or shorter than me, but I do feel that. Do feel for that too. And it's not just females like me went through that, men too. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. But that's just an example of what I went through. I used to look at other girls and the beauty standards as being an Italian Romani girl myself. What that is I do have some Italian heritage, which is similar to the Romanians. That's why I say Italian Romani. So, got nothing nice to say about anything I'm talking about. Please shut the fuck up. I do not care what you have to say, because it's probably full of shit anyway. So, I have been on a YouTube journey, which I started about August last year. And what I do there is I do all sorts of different content. I like to mix it up a bit. Yes, I do have 2 cats. Thunder and Lightning, yes, they are my cats, if that's what you're thinking. But this is like a confidence booster for me. And I've been through a lot of shit. But I do have days where I feel like I'm being ignored, and I feel like I'm not being heard. And I feel like that other women do get a lot more attention than me. And sometimes I feel like they do get faster replies than me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an insecurity, or I'm overthinking, or I'm anxious about something. It depends on the day, the mood, the person, blah, blah, blah. But being going to the beach a lot and seeing these girls in their sexy little bikinis and shit makes me feel like I'm fat and ugly, and I feel like I don't feel like I'm not good enough to be in something like that, because I see all the girls with their flat, their washboard, abs and shit, having flat stomachs and shit, and it looks like I've got a keg, and that really hurts me a lot, because I do like to eat, I do like good food, and sometimes I do have a weakness for junk. Don't we all? It could be my medication doing it. It could be anything. So, shut up before you judge me, because I am just getting sick and tired of seeing other women getting more attention than me. It's just so hard to relay in a text because some people might think I sound like a bitch or something. But I thought I'd jump on here just to express how I'm feeling lately, because I feel like I'm not good enough for anyone's attention. I feel like I'm being made to feel a certain way. I really hate where I'm living right now. I feel like the caliber of people in this town are like, it's making me feel like I deserve better. Look how I dress. You've seen me in half of those outfits I've got, like all my cute dresses and shit. And half of them are like in like, ugh, dirty clothes that haven't been washed. Looks like they haven't showered. Like, that's just an example. But I will mention that in another video later date. So I thought I'd jump on here. Dry mouth. Oh yes, I am on medication, so shut up. So don't be quick to judge. Like, I go like on beach walks and shit, and I see girls in their bikinis and shit, and it makes me feel like I'm fat and ugly. But yet again, I'm only 65 kilo since I last was weighed, and that was at the doctor's office. So my weight's been fluctuating, but I'm not slim and I'm not fat. I'm in between, but still, I still feel like I feel really self-conscious in like really sexy clothes and bikinis and shit. And coming into summer here in Australia, I just feel like those sort of girls get more attention than me, and they like get faster replies on their messages and shit, get more likes on their posts and photos than me. There are girls out there who think that I'm pretty and shit, but sometimes I do take the compliment, but deep down it does hurt. Well, I do love having a bigger set of these, which is what I was meant to look like before having an eating disorder for like nearly 8.5 years. And I survived that. I can't believe I survived that. I thought I was going to die. I used to get compared to women all the time. And sometimes it feels like still feels like it especially when you're out in public, as well as being online and offline attention. I feel like sometimes other girls get more than that than me, and sometimes it can get pretty hurtful. So do consider that. All I want is to be acknowledged now and then. Sometimes I may not want to talk, and that's okay, because I will get back to you. I may be in a different time zone to some of you, so don't panic before you think that I ignore yous. That's my reasoning. Because some people are more important to me than others. I know they can be bitchy and shit, but that's how I'm feeling lately. I feel like something's wrong. Could be mental, could be physical. I don't know anymore. It does bring you to tears. And I feel like I'm about to cry, to be honest. Sorry. Okay, I've got to stay tough now. Yeah, as you can tell, I do have a dental plate in my mouth because those teeth all went septic and they couldn't save them. They're all infected and shit. God, I think I've done so well doing this without bubbling till now. It does hurt seeing another girl getting more compliments than me, more attention than me, faster replies than me. And it's the same out in public too, at the clubs. So I used to go to karaoke nights, but I've stopped going because of personal demons, which I'll discuss in another video, so stick tuned for that. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I will include later on as well. And I'm here just looking for friends to be acknowledged and to feel accepted. And I just want to feel beautiful and be given the attention that I feel like I deserve. So, yeah, that's my mood in a nutshell. And I hope that you learned something from this and the start of my story and my journey. So, yeah, that's... Oh my God, I think I'm going to cry already. Shit. Fuck. I've been pretty proud of doing this.